my pen name when I write. And I wanted to do this live just for people who are friends with this account, because I want to build a authentic relationship with the people who want to be friends here on TikTok, not just always lives for a general audience. Even though the replay can be viewed by anyone and everyone, I wanted to make a live just for people who have connected with me thus far. And I wanted to connect with some of those people who have followed me back or friended me, because I appreciate that. I appreciate your content. I appreciate getting to know other people. So I decided to make a live for people who connected with me previously, instead of just making a live that everyone can jump on. Again, like I said, I'm pretty excited about this live. Today was really busy, y'all. I went to church, got up real early for that. For Sunday school, it was great, talking about struggling faith. And then a lot of us really connected on that subject of struggling faith. How, like, back in the day when people used to go to church, there seemed to be more people depending on God's strength and not their own strength. So it can make you have struggling faith to have health issues. It can make you have struggling faith to have to stand for God when others around you don't really acknowledge God. So struggling faith can show up in many different ways, yeah. And Peter was the example of struggling faith. He thought he was good enough. He said, yeah, God, if I ever would be asked if you're Christ, I would say you are Jesus Christ. But Jesus revealed to him that he would denounce him 3 times before a full night was over. And it did come to pass. But Peter had great faith. Peter had faith to walk on water. So we all deal with struggling faith, yeah, and we all come short. Sometimes we are up, sometimes we are down, and sometimes that faith is hard to have when things don't always turn out picture perfect with our health, with our jobs, with our friends and family. So that was Sunday school, and then after that I got to do the review for Sunday school, which I don't normally say anything in church, but it was really nice to help out. We had morning service, and then we went to a birthday party for one of the women at our church, and I was so happy that I got to see her get celebrated in the way she did. We had great food. We went to Red Lobsters. We had banana pudding cake. We had root beer floats. We had, me and my grandma had jambalaya, but it was just really nice to see somebody get celebrated and to see somebody just shown such love and appreciation. So Sunday was good, and I wanted to take some time out to go live, and I had to invite somebody to my live, so I had to pick my phone up here. Let me see. There we go. So I was able to invite the owner of the company that I'm talking about in a second to the live. But I just wanted to just bask in this moment because it was great. The weekend was full. Family, friends, and church. But I did want to talk about Poetry Ware. And anyone who's into poetry knows the anonymous community. And we're really growing. Like, it's not just big names like William Shakespeare's. It's not just these poets that are well known, ones that paved the way. It's not just them anymore. It's an open territory for anyone. Anyone can go in their diary and pull out a poem and change the world. There's people writing on social media who are so good. Like Prince.CAs are great, but some of the new faces, some of the new people who are up and coming in poetry are genuinely authentic, original, and they have a process. They have either those edits where they make their images of their poetry, so you get imagery in there, or there's just people who are creating books, literature, products. It's really a lot going on in the poetry scene. And yes, people have done this for years, but social media has made it lightning fast. It has made it just like the microwave generation. It has made it accessible. Poetry is accessible. And I'm so excited as a poet myself to read other people's poetry. I'm so excited to hear what they want to express, to see the pain, the agony, the loves, the ups, the downs that come along with their poetry. And Poetry has an app. It's free on Google Play, as well as you can go to poetree.ca. Put that in the feed before I go any further. Let's see if I can write. I don't know if I can. I can try. Maybe I'll put up a background and see if I can shout it out that way. Let's see. But yes, poetry is something that you feel, and to see more avenues for poetry to gravitate towards more people is exciting. I'm trying to figure this out. It doesn't want to let me do a background. Let me see. Not a board. A background. So I'm going to let that load. I'm trying to figure out how to shout this out. And while I let that load, I'm going to try to see if I can do a live feed where they put comments. Alright. So I figured this one out. I haven't figured out the background yet. I'm kind of feeling my way through this live. It's kind of like a test run, but if you go to that right there, poetree.ca, you can get on our free app. And it's nice because this app is a part of this social media wave that's allowing poets to be more accessible, be heard, to show their authenticity, their originality, and their process. We love the process. Other poets love when you don't gatekeep, when you show us what you're feeling, and sometimes collaborations start happening, which is always great with poetry. When you can write with other people, when you can create with other people, when you can inspire in a more uniform way with other people. I really like breaking out of the norm with collaborative poems, whether it's someone gives you a theme and they'll say, can you write about rain? And then everybody kind of makes their own poem. Stuff like that, you don't know, really helps people with their process. Learning how to write or brainstorm on the spot is always good to grow as a poet, because I feel it challenges your creativity, and it's not just a poem that you would have made up on your own, but it's someone who's drawing out that creativity in you that you wouldn't have necessarily thought of that theme to write about that day, which is great. So with our app, it's like most poetry apps. You can see what people are writing on their account, and there's live feeds, there's anthologies option. And what's cool is Poetry really, it's really one of those apps that are user friendly, but it really does help to see what other people are writing, because you can see when there's a contest going on, if you missed maybe the email blast, or you can see kind of what's popular. You know, like when you read other people's poem, it gives you ideas for what's hot, what's not with your own writing. And I know one thing I'm jelly of is those bookish feeds. I do have a poetry feed where I did like edits and stuff, but a bookish feed where there's like just book covers, maybe a few videos about them doing book blasts, reviews, art reads. They may have some advertisements, like maybe a blurb or something. But the bookish feeds are so nice. I really like bookish feeds. They're usually on Instagram. And to be that tedious and organized about your poetry or literature or writing is heaven. I love bookish feeds. I'm actually obsessed with them. I love to find my next to be read or to be read, if I'm being proper, from bookish threads, because it's just the extra effort to look that organized and to really present your heart that makes me want to read it more. So I've been thinking maybe 2026 is my year. Maybe 2027 is my year. I don't know which one it is, but maybe my year will come when I make a bookish thread. I would love to be that organized and be that tedious, but I'm just not. I'm not a person who doesn't like random jokes and everyday life and candids. Like, equally entertain me. Just showing my life as a regular human being. So my feed isn't as organized as I planned it to be at first, but a bookish thread might be in my future. I might just start a new Instagram page to make a bookish thread. So, with Poetree if you think about poetry, every brand has like an offshoot, or it has some product that it offers. Poetry is the official site, but Poetreeware is the product. And I am the creative director behind their merch. And I'm very proud of that because I feel, as a emerging poet myself, someone who has written since I was a small girl, I feel a part of things. And I really do feel that my poetry is read and heard and interpreted and spliced and broke down into tiny pieces so it's better understood. So I really love that Poetreeware gives me that platform to be myself, to be organic, to be very honest and straightforward with my poetry. And I trust Poetreeware with my ideas. A lot of times when you get started with making products out of your words, it kind of feels like taking care of one of your children. It's like, those are your words. Those are the things that you put out into the world. And you want to make sure whoever you share them with, you can trust. So, Poetreeware takes my words and makes them better. They make me better. And I trust them with my words. I trust them with my poetry. And I feel like today has a correlation between struggling faith and business. Because a lot of times there has to be a level of trust before you enter into a relationship professionally with someone and do business. I do trust poetry, and we've had very minimal problems, and I feel very happy that I get to help with something bigger than me. It's bigger than my writing. It's bigger than what I have to offer. It is an actual platform that's global, and it's about all of the writers, not just me. But for me to be able to help with that makes me feel very blessed. So every time I go live, I used to have product up on my TikTok shop. I'm going to probably put some more stuff back up, but I had to revamp. And let me just tell that short story because I'm live and I want to just make it clear why I don't have any product in my TikTok shop. So, I recently got accepted into the International Professional Association of Writers and Editors. And because of that, other doors start opening as well. But because of this particular door, I wanted to change my writing space. I wanted to change my writing website, everything. I wanted it to be more professional. And because of that, I did start branding some of the things that I have. Like the Big Game Poetry Collection is my only poetry collection. But I have collabed on other poetry collections. I have done anthologies. I have done all kinds of projects with other poets. But I feel like I wanted to be more professional because of the IPAWE. And I wanted to present myself as a professional freelance writer, because I do have all my college credits done for writing. I just haven't physically got my writing degree. I do want a writing degree, and I am invested in my education. I do have that kind of in the works. So that's why I did take my products down out of my TikTok shop, because I felt it was not time for them to be up yet. I need to figure out what my whole social experience is going to be and how that looks professionally, being a part of this new organization that didn't have to choose me. They could have chose anyone in the world. So I'm so thankful. I'm so blessed. I wanted to talk more about Poetree Ware now that I kind of gave my background story about why my account is no longer having product up. I do have this sweatshirt I wanted to show off again. So March 21st, if you know about poetry, is World Poetry Day, and that's pretty much in under a week or a week away. So we're gonna do a lot of stuff through poetry for World Poetry Day. And this hoodie, I'd be grateful forever, honestly. I made this hoodie. I customized it myself, but it didn't start out that way. With Poetree Ware, we do plan to turn all poetry that we share, classic or not, into poetries, but poetry product. And what's cool about this hoodie is it literally was designed by them a different way, but they care about us as poets. I told them I really didn't think the design was mystic, it was like really mystic looking, and I wanted something more with my faith and beliefs. When I showed my parents, I wanted it to be more subtle, so they agreed. They were like, okay, this girl wants to make her own design. They were cool with that. So we can help you make designs, but ultimately you are a part of the collaboration, and you can submit designs for yourselves. So there's no big me, little you, little me, big you. Everyone's equal on an equal playing field. And we're still working out the details, but everyone gets to help make the merch. And I'm really blessed to be a part of this blank canvas, because I feel when you turn your words into products, it's like your child. So this is the hoodie. I'd be grateful forever, honestly. This is the hoodie I made. And this hoodie has a back to it that says Bethany Camilla James, and on the back it says, if I never had another thing, thanks would be enough. That's the name of my poem. One thing about Poetreeware, it's very clean, very staple, very basic. So you can wear it anywhere, and it's not too gaudy. It's not dual, and it's not played out, but it's just nice, and you're a part of the process. So if you want it to be more bejeweled or something, that's up to you, because there's nothing wrong with a little razzle dazzle. But for me, I really like that Poetreeware looks kind of ordinary but professional, clean lines, so I can wear it anywhere. And I hope that you check us out. I hope that I said something today that encouraged you. because it's Sunday. I want you to know that you're victorious. My church is doing a new mantra. I think that's how you say it. And every time he says Antioch, we say, we have the victory. You have the victory. You are victorious. You are blessed. You are super loved, super valuable. And I appreciate you watching this live if you did.